My guest for the morning, Horace Ni Ayi Ankra, is a former chairman of UK Ireland chapter or branch of the NDC. Thanks for joining me this morning.
Pleasure.
He's also a member of the committee, one of the committees that were supposed to handle issues as far as Ghana's preparation for the World Cup was concerned. He even appeared before the commission, the very famous commission, where we had Stephen Appiah, former Black Stars captain, who was also part of the team, the technical team of the Black Stars to Brazil 2014, and also somebody who has played an instrumental role in Ghana's football. He appeared also before the commission on Thursday. Akwesi Appiah, he also appeared before the commission, and Akwesi Appiah we know is a former coach, or just the recent coach of the Black Stars. We haven't appointed a new one yet. We're hoping that among the list, we're now told from 32 pruned down to about 11, we have some big name coaches there. I'm talking about the World Cup and the commission and appearances. You appeared before the commission.
I did.
What was the experience like? I haven't been able to encounter you since.
Oh, okay.
Now my chance.
Your chance. No, I mean, I think in the first place, let me say good morning to your viewers. A good thing to be set up by the president, obviously. Out of the disappointments of the World Cup, it is proper that we would have to look into what actually happened. And I think it's a very good thing set up by the president to look at certain the more practices, I don't know the term, but a very, very good experience. My first day was something else because I thought, look, this is something that you really have to sort of like give the utmost respect that you have for the land. And I was there, but
now the second day you came.
Well, it's because it's because of
fiery and flaring.
No, it's because of what happened at the tail end of the first day. Because
and then the interpretation
and stuff like that.
Media.
Yes, the pain was there because I mean, I don't see how Horace Ni Ayi Ankra could change a 34 Ghana cedis to a $35 thing when it was the committee, including the caterers and everybody else who is involved, to decide out of the three, you know. And the other side of it was that particular proposal or that particular caterer was not the sole caterer who was going to Brazil to sort of like cook for us. So nobody could actually say, and you change 34 to 35. But I mean, the next day was cool, and I'll take this opportunity to apologize to the justice again for me using the word attitude. I thought I had to come out and state my case because, I mean, there was a time that I had to lead a delegation to Brazil. I didn't even go. I returned my money to the ministry. My per diem of almost $4,000. I returned it. Mrs., I didn't make the trip, your money back. So for whatever reason at all, if somebody wants to paint me or the committee as having or being corrupt, it's painful.
Do you think that among all the milieu of difficulties and the problems that have been experienced and perhaps inappropriate steps or decisions that were taken surrounding all this, there's a core group of people who really dedicated their lives to it, and you feel all these seem to have overshadowed the good work?
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. The Joel Nettes, I mean, name them. I mean, for me, it is for the rest to judge. Yeah, I can judge myself. But we have the Joel Nettes, we have the Ben Nuno Mensens. I mean, people actually dedicated their time to this. I mean, for 6 months, I was on this case, not even going to the office to actually work for my own staff properly. And for the 6 months, I think it's on record. We took about 1,200 Ghana cedis. So, I mean, some of us actually went in there to really work. And I think it would be unfair for me to even say some of us. I'm sure that the committee, everybody in there went to work. If circumstances actually dictated certain things to happen or for decisions to be changed, then I think the commission had everything, and the explanation.
But do you think this is good and lessons have been learned, at least for future purposes or posterity, so to speak?
Well, for whatever reports that the commission is going to come up with, I think that any recommendations should be adhered to and implemented so that we'll be going forward as a nation in terms of sports.
Okay. So far, what's your own comment about the other personalities who have appeared? On Thursday, we had Stephen Appiah and also the former coach. And this time, he's out of the seat. He's no more the coach. So he was very free and he gave a very lively interview.
Yeah, and I know he's been sacked. We are looking forward to whoever is going to take the seat.
Was he sacked? He's been
or
told
dismissed or whatever.
He's been relieved of
his post or parted company amicably, whatever they term it. He's no more. I think personally, I'll be looking forward to maybe us replacing him with a Ghanaian coach.
Okay.
Yes,
because
because
you're being patriotic.
That is one. That is one. And
the criticism
secondly,
is that he didn't. He just didn't cut for the job.
Well, I mean, secondly, if this is the time that we are calling for made in Ghana goods, anybody coming from abroad to take up that position is actually a decision that will go to undermine the president's efforts to make sure that made in Ghana stuff is what we sort of like go with.
But you know the president is not the president of the GFA, you know that.
Well, I appreciate that, but it is being run by Ghanaians. GFA is being run by Ghanaians. Yeah?
And so
So
they are bound by the words of the president.
Yes, if you live under the roof of the leader, at least.
Is it not more of we need the best candidate for the job?
We tend to go abroad and we say they have experience. What is experience? It could be bad or good. You understand?
Well, you've lived in England for a very long time.
Yeah.
And do you think that the systems and the ways they have and the way they do things creates better outcomes than the way we do it here?
Oh, we also have systems and we also have things.
You're not answering my question.
Well, I want to show you that in Ghana we also do.
Sorry, just answer my question. You've lived in England for a very long time. I'm asking you this very question. Do you think that the systems and the way they do things result in better outcomes than the way we experience it here?
Sure.
Good. So, so white man no go verse, Abi.
Oh, white man the verse, Abi.